Hi everyone, and welcome back to Zara Unfiltered. My name is Zara Farami, and if this is your first time here, thank you for spending time with us today. Please like, please subscribe, and share these videos with anyone that you feel may benefit. And if you're back again, thank you for spending time again with me. I hope everybody's been doing well and has been feeling well. All right, let's dive right in. As you can probably tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about a very serious, a very sobering topic. And originally I didn't want to talk about this because I had a totally different video, like in my notebook, I had a totally different video planned and everything like that. But this channel, I like to talk about real things that are going on in real lives, real issues, and where do we get the inspiration from these topics? Real life. So as things are happening in real life, I'm seeing different, like, okay, this is an issue that needs to be addressed. And just to give some like backstory, insight onto why we're talking about this topic of abuse. Sometime last week, a gospel artist back in Nigeria, my mom is from Nigeria, a gospel artist back in Nigeria, she passed. And at first I was hearing rumors that it was cancer, it was this, that, but then as the truth started to come out, it was found out that it was as a result of domestic abuse, domestic violence at the hands of her husband. And I saw so many posts, so many of her gospel contemporaries, pastors and everything like that, people were talking, and I see on my social media a lot of people are talking about abuse, because one thing I feel everyone is realizing is that a lot of people are suffering in silence. If you saw this woman minister, her voice was so powerful, like the presence of God would come down whenever she was ministering. It was such an amazing experience to hear her ministering, not knowing she was going through so much turmoil, so much problems in the background. And it's like many of us are like that. We see people on the outside, everyone is packaged properly, the hair is in place, makeup is done, they're looking good, they're smiling, but they're going through their own personal hell that nobody knows about. And I just want to say this, like, just straight out, like, be direct about it, no mincing my words. Life has its, we all know life is hard. Let me just be honest. Life is hard. Life has its own share of obstacles, its own dilemmas and everything like that. And then for someone else to now come in your life, for someone else to now invade your space and add abuse on top of that, no. So I'm here to say right now, like without a shadow of a doubt, that you as a person, you should have no room in your life for abuse. I don't care if it's domestic, emotional, financial, verbal. You have no room. You should make no room in your life for abuse. I know there are different circumstances. Unfortunately, like there are a lot of children out there, a lot of people who can't control the people that come into their lives. So that's a whole nother topic. But I'm speaking directly to those people who can control those who let in and out of their lives. You should make no room for abuse at all. I know they always say hurt people. Yes, it's true. Most people who are abusers, they themselves have been victims of abuse. But that does not give any justification. That does not give them any right to take out their anger, their frustrations, or work out their own issues on you. If they're going through something, if they have been hurt, they should seek counseling, they should seek help. But it's not you that they will be the ones acting out and lashing out on. God forbid. You should have, like I said, many of us, those of us who have the privilege, because I know not everyone has that privilege, those of us who have the privilege, and sometimes we don't even see it as a privilege, that we can control those who come in and out of our lives. If you have that privilege of being able to control those who come into your life, who have access to your life, you should not let someone who's going to abuse you, who's going to add more pain to the pain that we already experience in everyday life. No. Make no room. Nope. People are suffering. Just because you see someone smiling does not mean everything is okay. And I want to say another thing too. As I was doing research on statistics and everything like that, I feel like whenever we think of abuse, we think mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. We're really thinking more towards women most of the time. As I was doing research, men too are suffering. Men too are going through pain, and I feel for them because I feel for everyone who's going through abuse, but I feel a lot of men who are going through something, like I saw a statistic that said 1 in 4 men, this is in the US, excuse me, 1 in 4 men, they have gone through some form of domestic issue at the hands of their partners, whether it's slapping, pushing, or stuff like that. I feel like a lot of men are embarrassed to speak up. And I feel like a lot of people who are actually not just men, people in general, I feel like they're embarrassed. They're feeling like, how can this happen to me? And I feel like a lot of men have that complex, like, oh, what am I gonna say? Like, this woman, she's the one that's doing this to me and stuff like that. And it's like, I think they always feel like, oh, I'm a man, I should have this, I got this. But they too are suffering. And please don't think that abuse is just something that occurs between husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, significant others. No, abuse happens between family members too. Abuse happens between friends as well. Like I said, if you have that privilege of controlling who gets to come in and out of your life, start screening people. Start picking up on vibes. Be discerning about the people that you let into your life. I saw a group of friends once that came into my job. There was like 3 of them. 2 of them, if you saw the way they were just talking about the third one, you know when someone is joking but they're not joking, like how people just put LOL at the end of something. They'll say something rude, but they'll just say LOL just to ease it up because it's a quote unquote joke. They were doing this to this girl, and I could see it in her eyes, like it was doing something to her. That's a form of mental and verbal abuse. And many of us, like I said, we don't think like it can happen between friends. It happens between friends. It happens between peers as well. If you are fortunate enough to have control of who has access into your life, start screening people. Start being discerning. Pick up on the vibes. Pick up on it. Because most of the people who demonstrate tendencies of abuse, it's not something that happened overnight. Usually there's some little signs there's some little red flags that we've been ignoring or that we make excuses for. Most people, like I saw something, I saw an interview where like they were interviewing a woman who had survived domestic abuse, and they asked her like, did you ever notice any of these signs? And when she really sat down and thought about it, the signs were very present there when they were dating. The guy had anger issues towards people around her, and I think she downplayed it like, oh, he can't do it to me, he can't do it to me. When no one else is there, who's he gonna transfer his anger on? Her. And that's what happened, unfortunately. If you see the signs, run. If you see the little red flags, run. It's better for you to run and ask questions later. You are so worth it. And then another thing I wanted to say before I say you're so worth it, I feel sometimes a lot of people stay in those unfortunate circumstances, People stay in such unfortunate situations because they feel they can change the person. I don't know why, but we humans, we have this complex, like this godlike complex where we feel we can change people to suit our specific taste, to suit our specific needs. We can't. We're deceiving ourselves, I'm sorry to say. Like, I'm here to tell you, you cannot change another human being, especially someone you did not create. Because we, as ourselves, we find it hard to change ourselves. Like, be honest with yourself. How many times have you told yourself, oh, I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna start going to the gym more. I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start doing this. We can barely control ourselves. We can barely make the changes that we want in our lives. Because changing yourself is a very hard process. Disciplining yourself is a very hard process. We can barely master that, and now we want to try and do it to somebody else. We're deceiving ourselves. You cannot change anyone. If you see signs, if you see red flags, run for the hills. My mom always told me that. If the hair is standing up on the back of your neck about someone, trust your own intuition. Run for the hills and ask questions later. Your life is so much more important. We are in the Easter season. Jesus died, sacrificed his life for you. You are so important. You are so valuable in the eyes of God, only to let somebody else come and belittle you, only to let someone stomp on your worth, minimize you, and make you feel lesser than what you really are. God forbid. forbid. If you are going through some form of abuse, speak up. Suffering in silence, those days are gone. Those days are over. Speak up. I know it's, like I said, it's an embarrassing situation, and it's not something that you may feel comfortable going to talk to everyone about. Matter of fact, like, I wouldn't open up to everyone about that, because not all your friends are your friends. That's another topic for another day. But find someone that you trust, whether it's a close family member, whether it's a religious leader, your pastor, or someone in the church, someone that you know loves you, that has your best interest at heart. Speak up. I know a lot of women stay in bad domestic situations because they sometimes don't have the resources to stand on their own. Find someone that you can trust so they can help you devise an exit strategy, so they can help you get on your own feet. You are too beautiful, too valuable, too important to let someone else blow your light out. Hurt people, yes. But they should not be, like I said, venting out their anger at your expense. If you see someone has the tendencies for abuse and everything like that, oh, I want to help him, I want to help her. You can help them with their prayers from afar. Your life is more important. Your peace is more important. You are valuable in the eyes of God. We are in Easter season. Jesus died for you. You are important. This lady, she died way too early because I think she felt, I was reading, I don't know how true it is, but I was reading stuff. They were saying that she felt like, oh, things are going to get better. She can change. Prayer will work, all this, all that. If you want to pray for someone, pray from a distance, not at your own expense. You are so important and valuable. Please speak up. Please speak up. Your life is important. Now, please do this quick exercise with me real quick. Sit and think. Just think of the most beautiful place in this world. Whether it's a majestic waterfall, like you see those pictures on Instagram of all over the world, people who are traveling. Think of the most beautiful place in this world. The God who created that took time and formed you and fashioned you in his own image. He created you also. If someone else does not see your beauty, that does not mean it doesn't exist. Find those people who appreciate your beauty. Find those people who celebrate your beauty, the beauty that God has put inside of you. Don't let somebody else shine your light out. Don't let someone blow your light out. You are worth it. If you are going through something, please speak up. No more suffering in silence. And God will help us as we do so. Have an amazing week, everybody. And again, please share this video with anyone you feel may benefit. All right, I'll see you all next time.